Now on CoastTV News.
It's a pleasant start to our week. Temperatures in the 60s this morning, but more summer heat is ahead for this last week of August. We'll see 90s again, but only for a brief time. Details coming up.
Police station upgrade by Georgetown officials say a new facility is necessary to keep the town safe.
Biden's beach break. The president returns to our coast for a longer than normal stay.
Woodbridge welcomes students as the academic year gets underway on Delmarva.
Is CoastTV News Today.
It is Monday, August 26, 2024. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
All right, we got school back for a number of students today. Final full week of August. Paige is back. Bob is back. What a way to start it off, folks.
And I was going to say, you're back, but I know that they're used to you being back. I'm just not yet.
Yeah.
It's been this weird 2 weeks, but the whole team is back together.
All together again.
This is the first time I think the whole new team is together, right?
Yes.
Amazing. All right, so we're going to get to Elisa in a little bit, but of course you want to know your weather. We'll bring in Bob right now. Good morning, Bob.
Hey guys, good morning. Good to be back for sure. And it's a pleasant start on our Monday morning with temperatures in the 60s. Not as cool as it has been. 63 in Georgetown. Milton, you're waking up to 64. Lewis, 67. Bethany Beach, 66. Ocean City at 68. Winds are calm and they're light, and the tendency is coming out of the southwest. So we're looking at a warming trend as we go through today and really much of the week ahead. As we're looking at clear skies right now, just some clouds back through areas of Virginia near the nation's capital right now. Otherwise, it's mainly clear skies with high pressure in place. But with afternoon heating, we do have a chance of a few isolated showers or storms. But this morning, it's mild out the door, temperatures in the 60s. Just a few clouds from time to time. By noon, more clouds and temperatures into the mid-80s. I think it's upper 80s this afternoon inland. Cooler at the beaches, and we could see that spotty shower or thunderstorm, maybe some gusty winds and brief heavy rain. Otherwise, be hydrated today. Stay hydrated and make sure you have the sunscreen with the warm temperatures. It gets hot by midweek. I'll have that complete forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, looking forward to that, Bob. Thank you. The town of Georgetown is looking to update its current police station and its public works building.
Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is in the newsroom. Elisa, the town is looking to borrow up to $18 million in bonds to pay for this project.
Matt and Paige, Georgetown officials say that the current police station, it's not up to date and it's really run down. And at a meeting in early August, Mayor Bill West and Town Council decided to move forward with a proposal to hold a public hearing for up to $18 million in general obligation bonds in order to fund the construction. West said it's not official that the project will cost exactly $18 million, but that's the maximum amount the town looks to borrow. The mayor said at that earlier meeting this project is necessary in order to keep the town safe.
This is a great opportunity for the town of Georgetown. We want retention. We want to keep the officers we got. And we're not going to keep them when we got them in a place that is run down. So we've got to do something to make them happy. And we got to do something to try to recruit new people to come to Georgetown.
Mayor West says that other towns like Milford and Millsboro have had a lot of success with a new police station. And that public hearing will be held tonight at 6:30. And Mayor West says that there will be posters for people to see what the town hopes to do with a new building. Back.
All right, thank you, Elisa. Moving on this morning, Salisbury police will continue its search for a man involved with an assault they say took place Sunday night. This is in the 400th block of Virginia Avenue, and according to police, an argument took place between two men before the alleged suspect grabbed a machete and assaulted the other man. Officers say the man who was assaulted received non-life-threatening injuries, and the suspect ran away from the scene.
One man got a visit from a seemingly friendly fish this weekend in Ocean City. A viewer sent us some pictures of a basker shark about 15 miles off the coast of OC. According to the viewer, that shark is estimated to be about 25 feet long and weigh possibly 8,000 pounds. I didn't even know they could get that heavy. The viewer says that the shark actually stayed near the boat for about 15 minutes.
All right, some great pictures there.
Wow.
Last Monday of August means first day of school in the Woodbridge district. It is a staggered start to the academic year. Today, elementary school students, 6th grade, 9th grade, and some in kindergarten return to class. And then on Tuesday, the remaining grades will begin school. On Wednesday, the remaining kindergarten group is back. It begins a week-and-a-half stretch of districts on Delmarva getting back to school.
Yeah, definitely. As we know, those kids, as they go back, Delaware State Police, they're helping gather supplies for those in need. For over a decade now, Operation Troopers Have Your Backpack collects school supplies. Supplies like backpacks, notebooks, writing utensils, other items students will need for the school year. Supplies were dropped off at 3 Delaware Federal Credit Union locations in Georgetown, Newark, and in Dover. CEO of the Georgetown Federal Credit Union says donating supplies is great for the students and for the community.
School supplies are expensive, and a lot of families may have more than one student, so it is put a financial burden on the families trying to get their kids ready to go back to school. The Delaware State Police has done this for quite a few years now, and we're happy to be a part of it and to give back to the community.
Now that all those donations have been collected, supplies will be distributed to local schools.
Eyes on the sky over the weekend in Ocean City as people looked up to see the big air show that took place. Different planes and jets like Raptors, Growlers flew above the beach for about 3 hours, with the fun ending with the formation jets flying side by side, and Italian jets showing the colors of their nation's flag in the smoke-filled skies. That was the highlight for some that we spoke with.
I'm definitely looking forward to the Italian tricolors. First time they've been into North America in 30 years. I'm an Italian. It's going to be really cool to see the colored smoke. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And that was the final stop for the Italian Air Force as they made sure to put on a show one last time.
President Biden went from the Pacific Coast to our coast. President arrived at his North Shores home early Sunday night for another vacation. This is a video you're looking at right now on your screen. Biden getting off Air Force One at the Dover Air Force Base. It appears to be a lengthy stay for him. A temporary flight restriction is in effect for our area until September 3rd, the day after Labor Day.
And meanwhile, the woman who replaced Biden atop the Democratic ticket, Vice President Harris, and her new running mate, Governor Walz, are on the campaign trail. The two begin a bus tour of battleground state Georgia this week, while their opponents, former President Trump, J.D. Vance, the senator, they have events in several other key states.
NBC's Alice Barr has some details on the next steps as the two presidential candidates prep for a debate.
The conventions behind them, Vice President Harris and former President Trump ready to battle it out in the final 10 weeks before Election Day.
We are charting a new way forward.
We need to turn the page of 4 years of calamity and failure. They have had calamity.
The former president casting doubt on the next big mile marker, a September 10th debate. Overnight accusing ABC News of biased coverage and questioning why he would debate Ms. Harris on that network. His running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, appearing on NBC's Meet the Press, insisting Mr. Trump would not impose a federal abortion ban.
So he would veto a federal abortion ban?
I think he would. He said that explicitly, that he would. No Republican, at least no Republican with any reasonable power, is saying that we should have a complete national abortion ban.
Top Democrats pushing back on one of the party's top issues.
American women are not stupid, and we are not going to trust the futures of our daughters and granddaughters to two men who have openly bragged about blocking access to abortion for women all across this country.
Vice President Harris vowed to restore reproductive rights in her convention speech Thursday night. The campaign saying it's raised more than $40 million since then, adding to the $500 million since President Biden dropped out 5 weeks ago. The Trump campaign saying it raised almost $139 million in the month of July. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The Trump campaign also celebrating the endorsement of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. after he suspended his third-party bid on Friday. Former President Trump heads to battleground states Wisconsin and Michigan this week as Harris and Walz kick off that bus tour through Georgia.
All right, we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up on Coast TV News Today, school tips, what the Laurel Police Department says you can do to stay safe at the start of the academic year.
Also ahead, Fenwick Island has decided to fight with Ocean City. We'll tell you about the possible lawsuit that could be blowing towards an offshore wind project after a major decision is expected next month.
And Microsoft will hold a cybersecurity conference after that CrowdStrike disaster in July. How much airline company Delta says it lost during the outage that is sparking a new lawsuit. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
I feel the weight of each and every trial.
Justice is a battle.
Every day.
We have a vow to make this city safe. NBC's Law & Order, new October 3rd. Set your DVR.
Just about 5:12 on this Monday morning. Bay Health Cam and Dover, all is dry and pretty pleasant, around 66, and we've got low to mid 60s pretty much across the board right now. Salisbury 62, Milton 64, Bethany Beach right now 66, and the winds are calm or light out of the southwest as we continue our warming trend today. But all is clear, good commuting weather to work and school now. Yeah, kiddos back to school as high pressure is building. And now if you are heading off to the golf course, we're looking at pretty good conditions. Not excellent, because I think we could see an isolated shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, partly cloudy and 86 degrees.
Bob, I have to point out, Chris was sinking his putts last week. Just saying. All right, we move on. Milton will continue its efforts in trying to ban marijuana. The town council there recently voted to schedule a public hearing on a proposed change to a zoning ordinance. If approved, that ordinance would ban marijuana businesses in town limits. That includes cultivation, manufacturing, and testing facilities, as well as marijuana retail stores and smoking lounges. Now, according to the resolution, the public hearing will be held at the Milton Public Library. It'll be on September the 9th. Delaware State Police continuing to investigate what led to an accident that called for help from its aviation unit on Saturday morning. The agency says the aircraft flew to help an accident in Hartley. And here's the helicopter landing and taking off on your screen. A car was found on its roof and another in flames. Officials say 3 people were taken to a local hospital.
Microsoft executives plan to hold a cybersecurity conference with CrowdStrike and other security companies come September. Comes after that CrowdStrike software update in July caused outages for millions of Windows computers worldwide. Delta Airlines said the outage cost the company more than $500 million. Delta, they're now seeking damages from CrowdStrike and from Microsoft. Many colleges across the country are beginning their fall semesters, and in some cases, enrollment is down. Some schools say an overhaul of financial aid applications, known as FAFSA, caused some major problems this year. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona is assuring parents and students the problem will be fixed. People can begin applying for federal financial aid by December 1st, but that's for the 2025-2026 school year. Still ahead this morning, we're talking Fenwick Island fighting with Ocean City. We're going to tell you about the lawsuit from the 2 towns that threatens an offshore wind project and how one Maryland senator believes the state should intervene.
Now we're seeing the Ferris wheel looking pretty festive in Ocean City right now. A little beachscaping going on, smoothing out the sand. Yeah, summer is winding down. The final week of August will be a warm to hot one for Delmarva. Not a lot of rain chances. I'll track it on Futurecast after the break.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Do you feel like good customer service is a thing of the past? Achieving a top-notch lawn and healthy plants can be stress-free when it's with a company you can trust. I'm Richie with AC Plant and Turf, where we make it easy. When you call us, you'll speak directly to someone who cares about your needs. Timely service is our priority. Our experienced team is committed to resolving your questions or concerns quickly. Experience the simplicity and convenience of our service. Don't wait. Take the first step towards a beautiful lawn and landscape and call AC Plant and Turf today.
Celebrate Labor Day weekend with Camp Rehoboth Community Center at Sun Festival 2024 in Rehoboth Beach. On August 31st, enjoy a night of comedy with stand-up comedian Joe Dombrowski.
He looked at me and he goes, ma'am, okay, that laugh was a hate crime.
Then on September 1st, dance the night away with DJs Robbie Leslie and Joe Gothrow. Don't miss the summer's biggest party at the Rehoboth Beach Convention Center. Get your tickets at camprehoboth.org.
Sponsored by CoastTV.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Time is 5:17, and you are looking live at Ocean City. Bright lights on the Ferris wheel near the inlet. A good day to be there later today. It's late August, Bob, but unlike last week, you say it's going to feel like August again.
Yeah. Indeed. Last week, Matt, it was that taste of fall for Delmarva. Now it's back to summer and summer heat by Wednesday. It's going to be a scorcher, but short-lived. Here are the weather headlines. A summer-like feel returns. The humidity levels starting to creep up. Some possible thunderstorms later today. Do watch for brief downpours and maybe some brief gusty winds. And a brief shot of heat on Wednesday, mid to upper 90s and feeling like the triple digits. More on that coming up. And you can see our 5-day temperature trend, mid to upper 80s today through tomorrow, and then sticking up like a sore thumb on Wednesday up to 95. But that heat is short-lived because we're back to 85 Thursday and then heading into the Labor Day holiday weekend, 82 on Friday. And the humidity does start to creep up now. Today we're in the muggy range, the same for Tuesday, and then you see it start to move into the humid to very humid range as we go late week and into the upcoming holiday weekend. Temperatures out the door this morning pretty comfortable and cool in Delmar, you're at 60, Salisbury 62, Redden 62, and Bethany Beach at 66. And we have a light southwesterly breeze right now. And looking at clear skies, a beautiful morning, good commuting weather all across Delmarva. And that's pretty much the case from North Carolina all the way up into New England. A few showers up in New England, but we've got high pressure over the top of us. And there's a little bit of disturbed weather to our north and west, and that coupled with the afternoon heating could trigger a few isolated showers or storms. We'll walk you through it on Futurecast. By 9 a.m. we're into the 70s. A few more clouds by noon, a mix of sun and clouds, mid-80s inland, 70s and 80s at the beaches. And then after about 3 o'clock, keep an eye to the sky for the potential of a shower or thunderstorm with upper 80s, maybe brief heavy downpours and gusty winds. That clears out through the overnight, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. And by Tuesday morning, we're into the mid to upper 60s. And then by noon tomorrow, lots of sunshine, temperatures into the mid-80s. And I think tomorrow is drier with lots of sunshine and highs into the upper 80s around Delmar, Millsboro, maybe even 90 in Salisbury. Fenwick Island, a little cooler for you, 75, and Dewey Beach into the 70s as well. And I want to fast forward to Wednesday because look at these feels like temperatures. It's going to be a scorcher, feeling like 101 to about 103 inland, and even along the beaches, we're into the 90s, but it's short-lived. So that's certainly very good. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, 86 today. That late late day storm sunshine Tuesday, and then the hot day is Wednesday, 95, and then falling through the 80s towards the end of the week. We're heading into the Labor Day holiday weekend. Oh, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know, I come back and here's Bob, the Grinch. No, maybe some showers and storms this upcoming weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Maybe we can salvage Monday, Labor Day. We'll see. Umbrella giveaway winner today is Lynn Heilman from Selbyville. Congratulations, Lynn. You have a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. In Fenwick Island, the council there voted Friday to join Ocean City in a lawsuit against the U.S. wind farm project. Now, right now, part of that project is being evaluated by the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. That agency is looking into what sort of environmental impact the wind farm would or would not have. And if the Bureau does give the wind farm the green light, Ocean City plans to sue. And now Fenwick Island is on their side. We went to the coastal community to learn what people there think about all of this. Here's what one person told us.
More beaches north of here will become more popular because you can't, further up you go, you probably will not be able to see it.
Ocean City won't be filing a lawsuit until the Bureau makes their final decision to approve the project. That's expected to happen in September.
Meanwhile, Senator Mary Beth Carrozza is opposing offshore wind at the state level. She's calling on the Maryland Board of Public Works to postpone considerations of U.S. Wind's tidal wetlands license application. The senator, whose district covers the project area, sent a letter to the state secretary, comptroller, and Governor Wes Moore. She says, quote, U.S. Wind's proposal to reconstruct and widen the existing West Ocean City pier would effectively eliminate commercial fishing in Ocean City by displacing dock space and seafood offload locations, end quote.
Up next, school safety tips. With classes beginning now or soon for most on Delmarva, we will tell you how to stay safe before, during, and after school. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Capture your favorite moments at the Coast TV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The Coast TV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy! It's like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and Truth Therapy. What is Equus?
Nitroglycerin. Avignon.
Hyperglycemia. You got revenge on that category.
I sure did.
New episodes September 9th on Coast TV.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Join the Harry K Foundation for the Fashion for Charity Girls Night Out October 16th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Shellville Village in Rehoboth Beach. Indulge in cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, a fashion show, and shopping on this evening of fashion, food, friends, and philanthropy. Tickets are $48 with benefits going to the Harry K Foundation, working to defeat childhood hunger throughout Delaware. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org. Sponsored by Coast TV.
Come home to Crawl Street Tavern, where everyone's a local. Home to the Crawl Daddy Light Craft Beer. Start your day off right with breakfast classics. Indulge in your favorite pub grub, amazing wings, and killer crab cakes. Live music every weekend. Located on Waikamaco Street, just steps away from the Ocean City Boardwalk. Open every day starting at 8 a.m.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
As the school year begins, new staff at the Cape Henlopen School District are now a little bit more familiar with the area. Last week, the district took its new staff on a bus tour of the district boundaries. District says the 2024-2025 school year will officially begin once all students return on September 4th.
And as school rolls around the corner, the Laurel Police Department's reminding everyone of some very important safety tips. So first, they say to watch for school zones, of course. Do not get distracted by your phone, especially while you're driving. Police also suggest carpooling so there are fewer vehicles on the road. The department's also reminding everyone, stop for buses loading and unloading those little learners and pick up and drop off only in those designated areas. The agency has more tips on its Facebook page, and of course, it's wishing everyone an exciting first day of school.
First day of school. About First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. He's back with us for some that are in town, like the president.
Yeah.
One final big blast this week at the beach for the final week of August.
Yeah, and the president picked a good week to be on the beach, guys, and everybody else, too, is going to be enjoying beautiful weather on the coast as we're looking at sunshine, Fenwick Island and Ocean City. Morning sun, afternoon clouds. Do watch for a spotty shower or a thunderstorm. 70s at the beaches, maybe even 80 in Fenwick Island. Waves only 1 to 2 feet, and the rip current risk is low. But that said, still swim with a buddy. And then Lewis and Rehoboth, you're looking at lower 80s today. Maybe that isolated shower or storm. On the bay side, yeah, UV index is high and it's warm. Temperatures in the low to maybe mid 80s for Cambridge, maybe a spotty afternoon storm. The same for Crisfield, and a high around 80 degrees. But it gets pretty hot midweek, but then it starts to cool off, and the holiday weekend, maybe not so great. Anyway, we'll have your complete forecast coming up in the next half hour. Stay tuned.
Will do, Bob. Thank you. Now, coming up after the break, many students at Woodbridge are getting ready for their day right now. We'll tell you when the full class and fun will be in session.
Also, friendly fish visit. Not sure if he was so friendly, but we're going to tell you one viewer's experience over the weekend after that shark came for a visit off the coast of Ocean City.
And Georgetown police upgrades how many millions of dollars the town says they'll need to make the necessary changes, and when you can attend a public hearing on that matter. Coast TV News Today will be right back.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water. Or maybe into some hot water, if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
Draper Media presents the Shore Living Expo, celebrating health, wealth, and home. Saturday, September 7th from 10 to 4 at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Sponsored by Spicer Brothers and Pohanka. Great demonstrations and interviews with Delmarva Life's Lisa and Jimmy on the expo stage, along with prizes and fun. Plus, meet your favorite Draper Media TV and radio talent. From crafts to home services, boats, cars, and RVs. This is a free event you don't want to miss. Go to WBOCevents.com. See you at the Shore Living Expo.
Now on Coast TV News.
It's a pleasant start to our week. Temperatures in the 60s, but more summer heat is ahead for later this weekend. The last week of August, we'll see 90s again, but only for a brief time. Details coming up.
Police station upgrade by Georgetown officials say a new facility is necessary to keep the town safe.
North Shore Stay, President Biden set to begin a lengthy visit to our coast.
Shark surprise We have what this boater off the Ocean City coast experienced recently and how long his encounter lasted with that shark.
This is Coast TV News Today.
August 26, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
And we're approaching 5:30 on this Monday morning. We're coming off a great weather weekend.
Yeah.
Plenty of opportunities to do things outside.
Definitely. Yeah, I've always liked this time of year. It's cool. It's fall in the mornings, but you can still go to the beach in the afternoons. It's like we have our cake and eat it too.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect conditions.
Yes.
So hopefully Bob has some more of those perfect conditions.
I don't know. Bob, I heard some talk about some in our future.
Oh, yeah, Labor Day weekend, maybe some showers and storms. You know, that's still several days away. Let's enjoy the last week of August. And I guess while I was gone, you guys had temperatures almost in the 40s in some places, but now it's warming back up again this week, and temperatures this morning out the door pretty pleasant. We've got the kiddos. Be careful out there around school buses. When you see that stop sign, stop. All right, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s. Good travel weather with light winds right now, and we're looking at lots of clear skies across Delmarva. Good visibility, but still take it slow as we're back to school now, and high pressure building in means a nice day, but with the afternoon heating, maybe bubbling up a few showers or storms. We're warming through the 60s into the 70s on Futurecast. I think we're mostly sunny this morning and then more clouds as we go into the afternoon. And by the afternoon into the upper 80s. And that's when we could see a spot shower or thunderstorm late afternoon into the evening hours. Upper 80s as we go into the afternoon hours inland, 70s and 80s at the coast. And then those showers and storms dwindle as we go into the evening. UV Index sponsored by Ocean City. It's an 8, very high. Burn time 15 minutes. You still have to be careful in that sun, and we're in that very high range through Wednesday. It does start to dip as we go towards the holiday weekend with more clouds and showers, but be safe and use that higher SPF and find the midday shade. Limit time outdoors and avoid the sun late morning into early afternoon.
Thank you, Bob. We have some developing news in Georgetown where a public hearing is taking place tonight about how to pay for a new police station.
Yeah, Coast TV's Elise Weber is live now in our newsroom. Elisa, the town's looking to borrow up to $18 million in bonds to fund this project.
Matt and Paige, Georgetown officials say that public works building and police station is currently really run down and it's just not up to date. And at a meeting in early August, Mayor Bill West and the town council decided to move forward with a proposal to hold a public hearing for up to $18 million in general obligation bonds in order to fund the construction. The mayor said it's not official that the project will cost exactly $18 million, but that's the maximum amount the town looks to borrow. West said at that earlier meeting this project is necessary in order to keep police officers the town currently has, as well as recruit others to join the force. He says that other towns like Milford and Millsboro have had a lot of success with building new police stations. And that public hearing is set to be tonight at 6:30, and there will be posters showing all of the different ways the town looks to upgrade that building. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Elise. We move on, and this morning, police in Salisbury, they're continuing their investigation into an assault they say took place Sunday night in the 400 block of Virginia Avenue. Now, according to police, there was an argument between two men before the alleged suspect grabbed a machete and assaulted the other man. Officers say the man who was assaulted received non-life-threatening injuries. The suspect ran away from the scene but has now been identified by police.
One man got a visit from a very seemingly friendly fish this weekend. It happened in Ocean City. A viewer sent us some photos of a basker shark. This was about 15 miles off the coast of OC. According to the viewer, the shark is estimated to be about 25 feet long. Get this, it would weigh possibly 8,000 pounds. The viewer says that the shark actually stayed near the boat for about 15 minutes.
Last Monday of August, first day of school in the Woodbridge District. It is a staggered start to the academic year. Today, elementary school students, 6th grade, 9th grade, also some in kindergarten return to class. And then on Tuesday, the remaining grades will begin school. On Wednesday, the remaining kindergarten group is back. This begins a week-and-a-half stretch of districts on Delmarva getting back to school.
From one coast to another, President Biden arrived at his North Shore's home early Sunday night for another vacation. On your screen is some video of Biden getting off Air Force One at the Dover Air Force Base. It appears it's going to be a lengthy stay for him. Temporary flight restrictions in effect in our area until September 3rd. the day after Labor Day.
And on Sunday, Israel and Hezbollah exchanged heavy fire, but backed away from an all-out war. The cross-border attack started with Israel launching what it called a preemptive strike against Hezbollah for planning to launch a heavy barrage of rockets toward Israel. Hezbollah says it did fire more than 300 rockets at Israel. That was in retaliation for Israel's assassination of a senior Hezbollah leader last month.
The U.S. housing market's been relatively frozen over the past year or so, but there appears there could be a light at the end of the driveway.
That could mean an eventual rebound for the market. John Lawrence shows us how the housing market could be bouncing back.
Home buyers in the U.S. may soon get a break from the increased mortgage rates that have been swirling around the housing market for roughly the past 2 years. First and foremost, the Federal Reserve is expected to drop interest rates next month.
The time has come for policy to adjust.
Also, mortgage financing giant Freddie Mac recently reported the regular 30-year fixed-rate mortgage has dropped to a low not seen in over a year. And new home sales rose more than 10% in July from June, according to the Census Bureau and the Department of Housing and Urban Development. However,
I see $400 going towards my student loans, and I see $545 going for HOA, and I see groceries averaging about $150 a week.
Affordability issues still exist for many Americans, from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to the state of Colorado.
The average home price in the Denver metro area, $600,000. Why? Because it's a great place to live. Why does it cost that much? Because we've artificially constrained the ability to build housing because of government interference.
Existing home prices in July were higher by more than 4% compared to 12 months prior, according to the National Association of Realtors, which means even with the loosening of the housing market, it could still take a while before some people are able to afford their own homes. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, return to regular traffic. This was the scene after an oil spill on Route 1 that's since been cleared. We'll tell you how first responders say that mess was caused.
Also, explosive offense. How the Phils scored double figures in runs for a second consecutive game.
And local animal shelters making it easy to find your next furry friend when 2 organizations will have a Clear the Shelters event, and how long that promotion will last. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
5:39 on our pleasant Monday morning. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp from Ocean City looking great. Good visibility, 68 degrees, lower 60s in Salisbury and Delmar. So some cooler spots, but along the beaches we're into the mid to upper 60s with a light southwesterly breeze and clear skies out there. Beautiful conditions, but take it slow. Some of those kiddos are going back to school. We see high pressure building in, and with the afternoon heating, it's possible we could see a few showers or thunderstorms. Here's your bus stop forecast. Off to school for the kids, mostly sunny and pleasant, 63 degrees. And once again, you see that stop sign. Make sure you stop. And then heading home, maybe a little stormy for the kids, maybe an isolated shower, and right around 86 degrees.
Bob, thank you so much. Well, of course, everyone loves the beaches on our coast, but we have to keep them clean. That's why DenRec is hosting a coastal cleanup day on Saturday, September 14th. It's at Milford Neck, a Big Stone, and Bennett's Pier. DenRec says slots are limited, so sign up as early as you can. Visit the Delaware Coastal Cleanups page and register while those spots are still available. The Milton Fire Department is hosting a Grill It Up truckload sale today. Last day, pre-orders will be accepted. This event on August 30th is from 11 until 2. The fire department will be serving food straight to your cars at this drive-through event. Sounds good. All right, local animal shelters, they are clearing out their pets into forever homes all month long. The Humane Animal Partners and the Brandywine Valley SPCA are both participating. So right now, through September 10th, HAP has $50 off all dogs, $25 off all cats. Brandywine Valley SPCA, they're waiving adoption fees on September 7th.
Up and down August, the Phillies have delivered. They had their lead in the National League East trimmed to just 5 games. However, perhaps some signs that September will be better. On Saturday and Sunday, the Phillies' big bats returned against the Royals. On Sunday, it was a scoreless game in the third. That was until Kyle Schwarber goes gap. Garrett Stubbs scores. Phillies opened with the lead. And then we go to the 6th inning. Things on the verge of getting dicey in this game. That's when Stubbs goes the other way. It brings home Brandon Marsh. 4-2 Phillies. We go to the 8th now. How about Nick Castellanos? Gets the home run stick out. 22 runs in the last 2 games for the Phillies. They take the rubber game in the series against the Royals. That was a team that was on a roll. Nationals, they help out the Phils against the Braves in the division. The lead in the NL East is now 6 games with the Nats win. Orioles are doubled up by the Astros. Birds fall to 1.5 games behind the Yankees in the American League East. And on the Orioles farm, it was a big day for their 5th-round pick in this year's draft. Ryan Stafford goes 3 for 3, including the Shorebirds' only extra base hits. Birds get a win at the Wood Ducks. It's a road series win, and now the Shorebirds are back at Purdue starting tomorrow night.
Today in your entertainment news, an Australian joins a Brit on stage in Eastern Europe, and American actors bond in Mexico. David Daniel goes international with today's Hollywood Minute.
He's been on stage playing with us for the whole time, playing in time. Will you make some noise for Chris Hemsworth?
Thor brings a different kind of thunder. Chris Hemsworth played drums for 70,000 fans at Ed Sheeran's recent show in Bucharest, Romania. The actor learned the instrument as a brain-boosting challenge for his National Geographic series Limitless, returning for a 2nd season on Disney Plus next year.
Okay, here we go. Jess, Frida, this is my childhood buddy, Cody.
Hey, cheers, ladies.
Cheers. Cheers.
The ensemble cast of Blink Twice got to know each other well when writer-director Zoe Kravitz put everyone together filming in Mexico.
We all lived in this one location together, so I think that created a very close-knit relationship.
Yeah, we lived where we shot this film.
That could have gone either way.
Yeah, it could have gone either way.
But it ended up becoming,
She did a good job assembling this group of miscreant rascals.
Yes.
And then we didn't even have to rehearse because we just worked together all the time.
That's right, yeah.
That's right.
And naturally, the chemistry just came to life.
Tom?
Hi, how's it going?
Where's
Lucas at?
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It's a quiet start to our Monday. Spicer Brothers Cam warming through the 60s into the 70s for you in Salisbury today. A good-looking day. The final week of August will be a warm to hot one for Delmarva. Not a lot of rain chances. I'll track it all on a future cast coming up in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Classic Rock. Big 107.7.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
The American Heart Association invites you to join the Southern Delaware Heart Walk. It's time to unite, take action, and save lives. Every walker who joins, every dollar donated means more people trained in life-saving CPR, more research, and more life-saving moments for everyone. Join us at the Southern Delaware Heart Walk on November 3rd at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand. Let's walk together to save lives. Register today at heart.org/SouthernDEWalk. Sponsored by CoastTV.
I like to know what my patients are experiencing.
You want to change how your patients see the world.
I want to change how the world sees my patients.
NBC's Brilliant Minds, September 23rd. Set your DVR.
It's now 5:46, and we are going to take a live look, see what's going on in Ocean City, where we know not too much, Bob. Sun's not up just yet, but you and I were gone for a while, Bob. We're still, we're getting used to being at work, aren't we?
I know. Got back to work. I'm like, how do I do this job again? Yeah, I know, but it takes a little while to get back into the swing of things, Paige. But here we are, last week of August, and it looks like a good week at the beach and for any outdoor activities for the most part. Summer-like feel returns today and really the rest of the week with humidity levels beginning to increase. Possible storms later today, isolated, maybe a downpour, brief gusty winds. It's not going to wash away your plans. And then a brief shot of heat on Wednesday. Temperatures mid to upper 90s, triple digit feels like temperatures. That's going to be the really hot day, but not a heat wave. It's only one day that we're in the 90s. Now we're in the mid 80s today, around 86, 88 Tuesday. Then the really hot day is Wednesday at 95. And then it does start to cool down heading towards the holiday weekend, 85 on Thursday, and then Friday, 82. And that muggy meter, it was comfortable for a while. And now we're starting to get into that muggy range today and tomorrow, and then humid Wednesday, and then even into the very humid range as we head towards the Labor Day holiday weekend. So not done with the summer heat and humidity just yet. With temperatures in the 60s right now, it's comfortable. 60 in Del Mar, Milton waking up to 64, Bethany Beach 66, Rehoboth at 68. And we have calm winds, and the tendency is the winds coming out of the southwest. And as we know, that's usually a warm and humid direction. As we're looking at clear skies right now across Delmarva, maybe some low clouds farther to our west near D.C., but aside from that, it is mainly clear with high pressure, some showers across New England, and there is a little disturbance to our north and west, and that with the afternoon heating could trigger a stray shower or storm, but all in all, things are pretty quiet. Here is Futurecast 7 a.m. Temperatures in the 60s and then into the 70s. I think we're mostly sunny this morning. Then with the heating of the day, we start to increase the clouds by noon, mid-80s inland, 70s at the coast, upper 80s around 3 o'clock around Georgetown and Seaford, with 70s and 80s at the coast. Then we could spark off an isolated shower or storm late afternoon into the evening hours. That will dwindle after sunset. Clouds will decrease, and we'll see temperatures falling back into the 60s tomorrow morning. Not as cool as this morning, even some lower 70s, and then lots of sunshine heading into your Tuesday, and pretty hot, upper 80s, maybe even 90 in Salisbury, with 70s at the coast, and pretty nice as we go into tomorrow evening. Want to fast forward to Wednesday because those feels like temperatures will be in the triple digits. This is 5 o'clock, feeling like 100 to 103, and maybe even hotter in some places, and feeling like 90s along on the coast. So hot stuff indeed. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. We're at 86 today. Heads up for a stray shower or a thunderstorm, and then 88 Tuesday. Then the hot day on Wednesday. 95, but not a heat wave because then it cools down as we go into Thursday. 85, 82 Friday. Then the all-important Labor Day holiday weekend. Just have a plan B in place just in case, because we could see showers and storms Saturday, 85, and it looks like maybe some more rain on Sunday, and 86.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. Route 24 was back to normal traffic after an oil spill Friday. The spill was caused by an accident involving an SUV and a utility truck. We're going to show you some of the extent of that spill now on your screen. A black GMC Yukon crashed into a white utility truck. That caused that minimal damage to the truck, but it caused heavy damage to the GMC, resulting in that oil spill. Indian River Volunteer Fire Company said there were no injuries to either of the drivers or their passengers.
And the Milton Police Department is continuing to search for a woman they say is involved with bank fraud. Now, according to police, the woman we are showing you on your screen allegedly withdrew over $2,000 from an elderly couple's account.
Ocean City police are asking for your help to identify a man they say stole wallets over the weekend. According to police, the man we're going to show you on your screen stole 2 wallets from an amusement park locker. It was near 29th Street. Officials say that this all happened Sunday. It was around 4 p.m. So if you recognize or know the man on your screen, please contact Ocean City Police.
Millsboro Police Department now accepting applications for its 2024 Citizen Police Academy. The program starts September 18th. And this will last 8 weeks. It runs every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. It covers a range of police-related topics. Space is limited, they say, so early registration is recommended. And to apply, you can visit the Millsboro Police Department website.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, some updated COVID-19 vaccines have been approved and will be available soon. We'll give you some fast facts about what you need to know about what doctors recommend regarding the treatment.
And we're starting to see some daylight right now on the Bay Health Cam in Dover. 66 dry conditions, a beautiful day on the way. In the last week of August will be a warm one, even hot on Wednesday. Then a cooler end to the week. Labor Day weekend could be a bit wet. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Updated COVID-19 shots have been given the green light. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has signed off for Moderna and Pfizer versions, and they're expected to be available in pharmacies and clinics in the coming days.
Yeah, the decision comes several weeks ahead of last year's version. Mandy Gaither tells us some 5 facts to know about the updated COVID-19 vaccine.
Widespread testing for COVID-19 has fallen off, so it's unclear how many cases are in the U.S. right now. But CDC data shows wastewater levels of the virus are very high nationally.
The amount of virus seen there has been skyrocketing.
Dr. Donald Dunford with Cleveland Clinic says the best way to protect against severe disease is by getting vaccinated. So here's what to know about the updated COVID-19 vaccine. Fact 1, the CDC recommends everyone over the age of 6 months should receive it. Dunford says the vaccine is especially important for those who are vulnerable due to factors like age or medical conditions. Fact 2, waning immunity and new variants are believed to be behind the recent rise in cases. Fact 3, experts believe this latest shot will protect against the strains now spreading.
So if you had the vaccine from last year, or if you had infection, say last fall or winter, those antibodies aren't going to match up with the strains that we're seeing circulating now. So that's why it's important to get this updated vaccine.
Fact 4, Dunford says it's safe to get both the COVID-19 vaccine and flu vaccine at the same time. He recommends receiving both by the end of October. Finally, fact 5, the updated COVID vaccine not only protects you against severe disease, but also those you care about.
It's a good idea for you to get vaccinated to protect them and not just yourself.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And the CDC reports measures of disease from COVID-19 infections, including rates of hospitalization and death, been rising, but nowhere near levels seen in previous years.
All right, time is now 5:55. We're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is Daisy, a 4-month-old German Shepherd Hound mix. Daisy loves chewing remotes, who doesn't, and dragging the laundry wherever she pleases. Her family thinks she's getting her outrageous ideas from space. Might need to look into that one. Daisy was submitted to us by Maria in Ocean View.
Wait, she's getting her ideas from space?
That's what it's.
Maybe her ears are acting like...
radio signal.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, don't forget, we want to keep seeing all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos. Tell us what makes your pets so special.
You can scan that QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to CoastTV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, it's 5:56. Time for a quick look at your forecast now before you head out the door.
Yeah, we're starting sunny, but Bob, you are tracking maybe some clouds as the day moves on.
Yeah, guys, I think we will be seeing some clouds building in throughout the day, and maybe that isolated shower or thunderstorm later this afternoon with the heating of the day won't wash away your plans, but maybe grab an umbrella out the door just in case. 60s this morning, very pleasant. We'll see sun this morning and then increasing clouds as we go through the late morning into the afternoon. Temperatures into the mid-80s. And once again, that spotty shower or thunderstorm. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We've got changes on the way. 88, lots of sunshine tomorrow. Then the hot day is Wednesday, 95, but feels like temperatures 100 to 105. And then by Thursday, we start to cool off with some storms. By Friday, 82. We're all looking forward to the Labor Day holiday weekend. Could be a little stormy on Saturday. Some rain lingers Sunday. And then Labor Day is drier and then cooling down after that. Upper 70s by Wednesday.
Coming up in our next hour, paying for new police station. The plan being reviewed tonight in Georgetown, and why the mayor there says the current facility is outdated. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.